My friends, let us walk together for a moment in the realm of introspection, where truth and humility hold the keys to wisdom. There is a curious temptation among us, a desire to lay bare the sacred workings of our souls, to parade before others what ought to remain veiled. But if you are among those who sense a higher calling, if you feel the quiet whisper of divine purpose, then heed this counsel. There are 5 treasures you must never reveal. There is a quiet sanctity in the battles we fight within ourselves. These struggles, often unseen by others, are not merely challenges but transformative experiences. They shape our character, refine our spirit, and draw us closer to understanding our purpose. Yet in a world that seems to demand transparency at every turn, there is a temptation to share these battles openly, to seek validation or sympathy from others. But wisdom whispers otherwise. Not every fight is meant for the public eye. When we expose our struggles prematurely, we risk inviting judgment or misunderstanding. People may misinterpret the nature of our challenges, reducing profound inner conflicts to mere gossip or triviality. The rawness of our pain or confusion, laid bare before those who may not grasp its depth, can leave us vulnerable in ways that hinder rather than help our growth. Moreover, the well-meaning advice or opinions of others, though offered with good intentions, can sometimes distract us from the deeper, personal lessons our struggles are meant to teach. Struggles, at their core, are deeply personal. They are the moments where we wrestle with ourselves, our fears, doubts, and flaws. They are the crucible in which our faith and resilience are tested. In these moments, we are confronted with questions that no one else can answer for us. Who am I? What do I believe? What am I willing to endure for the sake of growth? These are sacred questions, and the answers emerge not from external validation but from the quiet work of introspection and perseverance. There is also power in silence. When we hold our struggles close, we allow them the space to work on us fully. Silence creates room for reflection, for prayer, and for genuine transformation. It keeps our focus inward, where the real work is being done, rather than outward, where we might seek applause or reassurance. Silence does not mean isolation. It means recognizing that some things are best shared only with God, or perhaps a trusted confidant who truly understands the gravity of what we face. Furthermore, the victories born from these struggles gain their strength from the struggle itself. When we emerge stronger, wiser, or more compassionate, it is because we faced our battles with integrity and courage. These victories, when they become evident to others, speak for themselves. There is no need to announce them. They are written in the way we carry ourselves, the decisions we make, and the kindness we show. Keeping our private struggles private is not about hiding. It is about honoring the sacred process of growth. It is about protecting the delicate work being done within us, ensuring that it is not disrupted or diminished by external influences. In the end, it is not the world's recognition that matters, but the quiet assurance that we have faced our battles with grace and emerged as better versions of ourselves. That is the true measure of strength, and it often requires no words at all. There are moments in life that transcend the ordinary, a whisper of divine presence, a sense of being profoundly known, or a clarity that seems to come from beyond ourselves. These moments, often subtle and fleeting, are treasures meant to guide, strengthen, and sustain us. They are not spectacles for public consumption, but sacred encounters to be held close to the heart. Protecting these moments of sacred communion is not an act of selfishness, it is an act of reverence. When we experience a profound connection with the divine, it touches the deepest part of our being. These moments are deeply personal, uniquely tailored to our journey. They are gifts that can fortify our faith, renew our courage, and provide clarity amidst confusion. Yet the temptation to share these experiences is strong, fueled by a desire for validation or the well-intentioned hope of inspiring others. While there is a place for testimony, not every sacred moment is meant to be shared. Some are meant to remain between the soul and God, growing in significance and strength as they are pondered in silence. Sharing sacred experiences too freely can diminish their power. Words often fail to capture the depth and nuance of such encounters, reducing them to something less than what they are. What is profound in its ineffability can become mundane when exposed to the scrutiny or skepticism of others. Furthermore, not everyone will understand or respect the sacredness of such moments. Their responses, whether dismissive or overly inquisitive, can leave us feeling vulnerable or even doubting the authenticity of our experience. In addition, sacred communion often carries a personal message, a truth meant specifically for us. It may be a call to action, a reassurance in times of doubt, or a gentle correction. Sharing it too soon or with the wrong audience can dilute its impact or distract us from its intended purpose. It is in the quiet contemplation of these moments that their meaning deepens and their guidance becomes clear. When we protect these encounters, we give them the space to fulfill their purpose in our lives. There is also a spiritual discipline in keeping sacred things private. It teaches us humility, reminding us that these moments are not trophies to display, but gifts to steward. It also cultivates trust that God, who revealed such profound truths to us, will continue to work in our lives without the need for external affirmation. In protecting sacred communion, we also preserve its mystery. Mystery is an essential part of faith, drawing us into deeper relationship with the divine. It reminds us that there are aspects of life and spirituality that transcend human understanding, inviting us to live with wonder and awe. When we keep sacred moments close, we honor this mystery, allowing it to shape us in ways that words cannot. Ultimately, protecting your sacred communion is about recognizing its value. It is about treating divine encounters as the holy treasures they are, nurturing them in the silence of your soul where they can grow, transform, and guide you in ways that are beyond measure. True sacrifice, by its very nature, is an act of selflessness. It is the quiet surrender of something valuable for a greater good, a cause beyond oneself, or a deep act of love. The beauty of sacrifice lies in its purity when it is performed not for recognition or applause, but out of genuine devotion or compassion. To reveal your sacrifices is to risk tarnishing their sanctity, turning what was meant to be sacred into a performance for others. Concealing your sacrifices is not about secrecy, it is about preserving the integrity of your giving. When you sacrifice, it is often accompanied by a personal cost: time, energy, resources, or emotional labor. That cost, while it may weigh heavily, is a private offering. It is something shared between you and the purpose or person for whom you have given. By keeping your sacrifices concealed, you ensure that they remain rooted in sincerity. There is no external validation to dilute your intent, no audience to shift your focus from the act itself to how it might be perceived. Revealing a sacrifice can unintentionally transform it into something transactional. The moment others become aware of your giving, their responses, whether praise, gratitude, or acknowledgement, can alter your relationship with the act. What was once a pure offering becomes entangled with the expectations or perceptions of others. Even well-meaning praise can lead to a subtle sense of pride or a need for further acknowledgement, which distracts from the selfless essence of the act. Moreover, sacrifices that are publicly shared can sometimes overshadow their purpose. When the focus shifts to the one who has given rather than the cause or person for whom the sacrifice was made, the true meaning of the act risks being lost. Concealing your sacrifices allows the spotlight to remain on the greater good, ensuring that the act serves its intended purpose without unnecessary distraction. There is also an element of humility in concealing your sacrifices. It acknowledges that the act of giving is not about elevating oneself, but about serving others or honoring a higher calling. This humility aligns with the teachings of many spiritual traditions, which emphasize the importance of giving in secret. As the wisdom goes, let your left hand not know what your right hand is doing. Such concealment reflects a trust that the value of your sacrifice is not determined by human recognition, but by its impact and the sincerity with which it was offered. In concealing your sacrifices, you also create space for the act to resonate deeply within you. The joy of giving, the growth it inspires, and the connection it fosters are amplified when free from external noise. This internal transformation is often the greatest reward of sacrifice, a quiet testament to the profound power of selflessness. Ultimately, sacrifices are most meaningful when they remain untainted by the desire for acknowledgement. They are sacred offerings that, when concealed, retain their purity and purpose. By keeping your sacrifices private, you honor their sanctity and ensure that their impact endures, both in the world and within your soul. A vision is a gift, a delicate, luminous seed planted within the soul. It often comes in moments of clarity, a whisper of purpose, or a spark of inspiration that ignites the heart with passion. Yet, like any seed, it is fragile in its early stages, requiring careful nurturing and protection. To safeguard your vision is to respect its potential, allowing it the time and space to grow into something strong enough to withstand the challenges of the world. When a vision is shared too soon, it risks being exposed to doubt and criticism. Others, no matter how well-meaning, may not see what you see. They might misunderstand its significance, question its feasibility, or impose their own fears and limitations onto it. This can create unnecessary discouragement, causing you to second-guess yourself or lose confidence in the path ahead. A vision in its infancy is like a tender shoot. Too much exposure to harsh elements can stunt its growth or extinguish it entirely. Keeping your vision private does not mean hiding it out of fear or insecurity. It means recognizing that every idea has its season. Before a vision is shared, it must first take root within you. This requires time for reflection, planning, and quiet work. As you cultivate your vision in solitude, you strengthen your understanding of it, deepen your commitment to it, and prepare yourself to defend it when the time comes to bring it into the light. A vision is also deeply personal. It often aligns with your unique experiences, talents, and calling. Others may not immediately understand or appreciate its value because they are not meant to carry it. Sharing it prematurely may invite voices that unintentionally distract or derail you from your purpose. By safeguarding your vision, you ensure that it remains yours, growing in authenticity and alignment with your inner truth. Protecting your vision also fosters humility and patience. It reminds you that great things are not built overnight. The most profound achievements often begin in obscurity, with quiet, unseen labor. This process allows you to develop the resilience and wisdom needed to sustain your vision in the face of challenges. The quiet phase of nurturing your vision is not wasted time, it is a sacred period of preparation. When the time is right, your vision will speak for itself. Its strength and clarity will shine through, making it evident to others without the need for explanation or justification. By then, it will be strong enough to withstand external pressures, standing as a testament to your faith, persistence, and dedication. To safeguard your vision is to honor its potential. It is an act of reverence for the gift you have been given and a commitment to seeing it fulfilled. By nurturing it in silence and allowing it to mature, you prepare it and yourself for the moment when it is ready to flourish and make its mark on the world. Struggles with sin are a universal aspect of the human condition, a shared reality that connects us in our imperfections. Yet these personal battles are not meant for public display or casual conversation. They are deeply intimate, reflecting our ongoing journey toward growth, self-awareness, and spiritual refinement. To be discreet about your struggles with sin is not to deny them or pretend they do not exist. It is to treat them with the seriousness and respect they deserve, acknowledging their role in your transformation while guarding their sacredness. When we openly broadcast our struggles, we risk diminishing their significance. What is deeply personal can become trivialized in the public sphere, reduced to a talking point or a spectacle. This can lead to misunderstanding or judgment, both of which can complicate our efforts to overcome these challenges. Moreover, sharing too openly can expose us to advice or opinions that, though well-meaning, might distract from the deeper work that needs to be done internally. There is also a danger in seeking sympathy or validation for our struggles. While it is natural to crave understanding and support, this can subtly shift the focus from genuine repentance and growth to a desire for external reassurance. When we prioritize how others perceive us over the authenticity of our transformation, we risk turning our struggles into performances rather than pathways to change. True healing and growth come not from public acknowledgement, but from a sincere commitment to addressing our flaws with humility and resolve. Being discreet about your struggles does not mean isolating yourself or refusing help when needed. Trusted confidants, those who are wise, compassionate, and genuinely invested in your well-being, can provide guidance and support without compromising the integrity of your journey. However, even with these individuals, discretion remains important. Not every detail needs to be shared, and not every aspect of your struggle requires external input. Discretion allows space for self-reflection and quiet transformation. When we keep our struggles private, we create a safe environment for honesty and introspection. This privacy enables us to confront our sins without fear of judgment or external pressure, fostering a deeper and more meaningful engagement with our journey toward improvement. It also strengthens our relationship with God as we bring our burdens directly to Him, seeking forgiveness and guidance in the intimate sanctuary of prayer. Furthermore, being discreet about your struggles respects the complexity of the human experience. Sin and personal failings are not simple matters. They are often intertwined with deep-rooted habits, fears, and desires. Publicly sharing them can lead to oversimplification, reducing the depth of these struggles to something easily misunderstood or misrepresented. Ultimately, discretion is not about shame or secrecy, but about honoring the sacredness of your journey. It is a recognition that your struggles, while real and significant, are part of a larger story of redemption and growth. By keeping them private, you protect the integrity of this story, allowing it to unfold authentically and meaningfully, guided by grace and grounded in humility. Discretion is a virtue often overlooked in a world that celebrates openness and constant sharing. Yet it remains a cornerstone of wisdom, offering a quiet strength that protects what is sacred and allows us to navigate life with grace. To value discretion is to understand that not everything needs to be said, not every thought needs to be shared, and not every truth needs to be displayed. It is the art of knowing when to speak, when to act, and when to remain silent. Discretion begins with discernment, the ability to recognize the weight of words and actions. Every word we speak carries power, shaping perceptions, relationships, and even destinies. Speaking without thought can lead to misunderstanding or harm, while wisely choosing silence can preserve peace and understanding. Discretion invites us to consider the impact of our words and to prioritize what is necessary and kind over what is impulsive or self-serving. In relationships, discretion builds trust. When we practice restraint and respect confidentiality, we show others that we value their feelings and experiences. By guarding their secrets and honoring their vulnerabilities, we create an atmosphere of safety and mutual respect. Conversely, indiscretion can fracture relationships, eroding trust and leaving a trail of hurt. True connection thrives when people feel confident that their hearts are protected. Discretion also safeguards our integrity. Life is filled with moments of temptation to share too much, perhaps to seek validation, win favor, or appear important. Yet the need to prove oneself through excessive openness often leads to regret. Discretion reminds us that our worth does not come from the opinions of others, but from living authentically and in alignment with our values. It encourages us to let our actions and character speak louder than our words. There is a profound humility in valuing discretion. It recognizes that not all wisdom needs to be declared, not all victories need to be celebrated publicly, and not all struggles need to be shared. Humility allows us to embrace the quiet work of growth and self-improvement without seeking recognition. Discretion becomes a protective shield, allowing us to focus on what truly matters without the distraction of external judgments. Moreover, discretion nurtures the sacred spaces in our lives, our relationships, our faith, and our dreams. When we guard what is precious, we allow it to flourish without interference. Dreams shared too soon may be crushed by doubt. Personal struggles aired too widely may lose their transformative power. Discretion ensures that these intimate parts of our lives are nurtured and protected until they are strong enough to face the world. Ultimately, discretion is an act of wisdom, humility, and respect. It is not about secrecy or fear, but about recognizing the power of restraint and the beauty of protecting what is most valuable. By valuing discretion, we honor the sacredness of life's moments, preserve the integrity of our relationships, and cultivate a sense of peace that allows us to navigate the complexities of life with grace. In a world filled with words, actions remain the truest measure of character. While speeches and promises can inspire, it is through actions that trust is built, values are demonstrated, and legacies are formed. To let your actions speak is to embrace a life of authenticity and integrity, where deeds replace declarations and effort carries more weight than eloquence. Words, though powerful, are often fleeting. They can be misinterpreted, exaggerated, or forgotten. Promises made in moments of enthusiasm or under pressure can lose their meaning if not supported by consistent behavior. Actions, however, are tangible. They create a lasting impact, leaving behind evidence of commitment, sincerity, and purpose. Where words can merely describe intent, actions bring it to life, turning aspirations into reality. Living a life where actions speak louder than words begins with consistency. People learn who you are not through what you say, but through how you live. If your words and actions align, they reinforce each other, creating a powerful testament to your integrity. But when there is a disconnect, actions carry more weight. Promising kindness but behaving with cruelty, or preaching humility while living with arrogance, undermines trust and credibility. Actions reveal the truth of your character, even when words fall short. In relationships, actions demonstrate love, respect, and loyalty far more effectively than words. Grand declarations of affection may impress momentarily, but small, consistent gestures of care and support build lasting bonds. Trust grows not from hearing someone say they will be there for you, but from seeing them show up when it matters most. Similarly, apologies are meaningful, not because of eloquent expressions of regret, but because of tangible efforts to make amends and change behavior. Letting your actions speak also requires humility. It is not about seeking recognition or applause for what you do, but about fulfilling responsibilities and serving others with sincerity. The most impactful actions are often those performed quietly, without fanfare, for the good of others. This humility ensures that your actions are motivated by genuine intent, rather than the desire for approval or praise. Actions have the power to inspire, often more profoundly than words ever could. When others see you living according to your values, showing kindness, perseverance, or courage, they are moved to emulate those qualities. A single act of generosity or resilience can ripple outward, touching lives far beyond what you could imagine. In this way, your actions become a form of silent leadership, teaching and influencing through example. Ultimately, letting your actions speak is about living authentically and intentionally. It means recognizing that what you do defines you more than what you say. When your actions reflect your beliefs and values, they create a legacy that endures, a testament to the principles you hold dear. Words may fade, but the impact of your actions remains, shaping the world around you and leaving an indelible mark on those you touch.